As we celebrate the last few days of 2016, we want to prepare for financial freedom in 2017.
Yes, and certified financial planner and author of Countdown to Financial Freedom, Your Path to a More Meaningful, Active, and Vibrant Retirement, Mark Avallone is going to share some advice to start 2017 on the right path. Welcome, Mark.
Good to be here.
All right, come on, let's get right to it. What steps do we need to take to establishing a realistic budget in 2017?
Well, the first thing we do is we set up a cash flow worksheet, and we don't call it a budget.
Oh.
Because people don't like budgets. They feel too much like diets.
Oh, it's a restrictive.
Right.
Yes, and diet and budget are words that we stay away from.
Okay.
Cash flow worksheet accomplishes the same thing.
Okay.
Figure out what your annual income is, break it down to a monthly number, take out taxes. That's your take-home income. Okay, you can take out health expenses, but what's left over after your health insurance and taxes is what you can spend each month.
Okay.
Pretty simple.
It is simple.
So-
I feel like people cheat on their budgets like they cheat on diets. Like you're not. When I've filled these, I do budgets. I do.
You don't stick to your budget.
But I don't always stick to my budget. I don't always put in everything that should be in there.
That's right, and that's why we wind up with a shortfall at the end of the month when we thought we'd have money left over that was extra.
Right.
So we should try to write it down, get into the habit of looking what you've done over the past 2 or 3 months, and figure out what was essential, what you needed to spend money on versus what you wanted to spend money on.
Okay.
And after what was needed to be spent, that's the extra pile of money you have. And that's the decision point. Do I want to spend that or save that?
Okay, so if you're a millennial, right, and you've, in theory, got many, many more years of working ahead of you, and within the 2017, how do you budget when you're 20-something and you think, I got time to save, why should I start saving now?
It's very difficult to get a very young person to think about what's going to happen in 40 years, right? That's very normal behavior. There's good news and bad news for millennials. The good news is they have many years to accumulate enough money for their retirement. The bad news is, unlike their parents and their grandparents before them, their generation doesn't have this thing called a pension. So they're going to have to fully fund their own retirement or inherit money, but for the most part, they're on their own. So if they don't start now, they're only hurting themselves.
So it's never too early to start saving, and even if it's a little bit.
Absolutely,
Right.
and do it automatically. The tip I write about repeatedly in my book is you have to write down your cash flow worksheet and then automatically save what you can save before it hits your checkbook.
Okay.
How do you determine need versus want? Like, I need to go out on a Friday night with my friends. I do.
I know.
But that's probably not a need on your budget, is it?
Technically, yeah.
Everyone has a personal journey that they're on, and they have to decide if they want to prioritize financial freedom and how high. But that is the only way to do it, is to set a little aside each month on an automatic basis.
In real life experience that just occurred, and I don't want to throw you off, but you know, you just did all this holiday spending, potentially have a great amount of debt now on your credit cards, and you're starting 2017 a little behind. Do you think about that and try to, you know, figure out how you're going to incorporate that into your cash flow?
You should always include fun, splurges, unforeseen home repairs, things we don't expect, because that's what'll blow up a budget.
Correct.
We're human. We're going to experience challenges of temptation or natural disasters making us pay for a tree removal at our home or something silly we didn't think about.
Right.
So you don't knock yourself out if you stumble a little. We're all on a difficult journey to reach that retirement.
Don't give up.
Don't give up.
See, I always put the Christmas presents in the beginning of the year. I put in the budget. Like I'll put this much away for Christmas every year.
So in January, you already know what you're going to be budgeting for 2017's Christmas.
Oh, yeah, but I never use that.
It goes away.
Every month it's like, oh, well, we'll just put the Christmas fund money over here. We'll make it up next month.
Well, if you don't have the tree that fell on your house and you don't have the car that broke down, then you, in theory, will be able to make up for it on the other end. However, if those things happen, then you're in trouble.
Right.
That's what we're saying. We're saying.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying.
Yeah. What's your advice on the budget apps and all of these things? Do your own cash flow on a spreadsheet, or do these apps help?
I think the tool you use means less than actually doing it, being committed emotionally to the outcome. And the closer you get to retirement, the more serious you have to take this. I mean, boomers, there's less time for them. So if they're behind schedule, they need to start asking, what kind of life do I want to live, and will I be able to afford it? But the good thing is, if you start visualizing the kind of life you want to have and you see the benefits of saving, you're more likely to save as opposed to considering a chore.
Right. Mark, great stuff. We could talk about this all day long.
I know, we could.
It's not easy.
Of course, now I feel like I need to
Go
figure out my cash flow.
Readjust the budget. All right, coming up
Exactly.
as we bear the chilly winter months.